Okay, here's a video that is going to walk through exercise 5.5 at the end of chapter 5 in the Albright text. So here we are. It says the file formatting1 contains the following code for formatting some data. It is all correct. Rewrite the code so that there are no with constructions, and then run the modified program to make sure it works. Can you see how with constructions reduce repetitive code? Okay, so here's formatting 1. Here is the code for formatting 1. And it looks like there's one with here, two, here's a third, here's a fourth, here's a fifth, and here's a sixth. So we're going to take all these with constructions out and see what it looks like without all of the widths. So how do we do that? Well, I guess there's no pretty way to do it. Maybe we should start at the bottom and go up. How about that? So I'm going to take this width here, and I'm going to come over here, and I'm going to put it in front of this one, right? So I've gone into the lower width construction here, and I'm copying this one at the top to all of the inside lines, right? So notice that I'm just copying this dot range, including the dot at the beginning, and putting it in front of these two dots down here. And then I can take out this width and this width. That makes sense. And in fact, this whole line, because I've already copied that range down, so I can take that out. Let's go to the next one. And this one is font. So I'm going to copy that, come down here and paste it here, and that's it. And now I can take out this width and the end width. And then we have another one up here. So in this case, I'm going to take this range, A3 through A6, and I'm going to paste that here in front of the insert indent as well as here, because this is the range that was in the width at the larger width for the font, italic and true. And let me do a little bit of formatting here so that they're indented all kind of at the same level. And now I can take away this end width and this width. Okay, so next we'll go up another level and we'll go to this horizontal alignment left. Which width is it using? This one is actually using the range A1. So we'll come over here, we'll copy that guy and we'll put it down here. And then inside here we have a font, a dot font. So I'm going to come here and copy the font here and here. These are all properties of the font, right? So instead of typing dot font 4 times here, I can type it once with a width and an in width, and then everything inside is going to be a part of that font. Now the other one here is the range A1. So I'm going to type this dot range A1, and I'm going to put it in front of this one, and 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 in front of this one. And I already did this one down here, so that one already has it. So now we have a lot of ranges here. Let me align these a little bit better. And let me pull this back up here like that. And now we have this dot range A1 in front of all of these values here. So I can take this end, or this width construction out. Now notice here that there's one more width here, which is WS data. This is referring to the worksheet. This is the code name of the worksheet. WS data, and how do I know it's a code name? If I go into Project Explorer, the label here is data. Data is in parentheses. But the code name for that worksheet is WS data. So it is calling the code name for that worksheet, which is this sheet right here. And so now I'm just going to copy WS data down across all these lines. And I think I missed some dots here. I know that range A3 through A6 is part of this sheet. So I think when I copied this, I missed some dots. But all of this is within the width construction. So I'm going to take this WS data, and I'm going to come down here and copy it to each line. Copy, 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 and I'm going to add a period here. Notice that it wants me to put in a range. I can hit tab, and it will take me to the end of that word. Copy, period, tab, and let's see, two more. Copy and copy. Okay, so at this point, I can take away these widths. If I had forgotten to take this width construction away, this would be very confusing. I don't even think it would run. Let's see if we can run it. Oh, it would work. Okay, how about that? So it recognizes that it's the same sheet. I was wondering if it would work or not. But the better way to format this is to take these out. So it did work because I can see over here on the left, it made all of those formats that we wanted it to make. It made sure that the value expenses for March was in cell A1. It changed the font, the bold, the color index, the size, the alignment, and then it changed the indent on these cells, and it made them italics and bold. And then it changed the interior color for these cells and the number format for these cells as well. So it performed all of these lines of code, even with a double indication for the sheet. So VBA in Excel was smart enough to know that it's actually the same one. But for the purposes of this exercise, for this problem, I'm going to clean this up a little bit, and we're going to do just purely, let's see, I'm going to take out the width constructions, and we're left with this. And then I'm going to select all these and move them over a little bit, move them back one. And that is what this problem is looking for, is removing all of the width constructions. And it's the same code. It performs the same code. We can do it again. We can run this again, and we can see that it will all be done again. Here, let me click over here. Let me click inside this sub, and I'll run it. And sure enough, it runs all those lines. So the purpose of this exercise is just to see the value of the width construction. It does save you a lot of typing. And that's this problem, problem 5.5, the end of chapter 5.